All right. Hello, everyone.
Hi Nabila.
Hi.
So today we will start our discussion. So it's about the most dangerous game. Have you read the book, guys?
Yes, I
Yeah,
have.
the book too.
All right. So there are so many points that we have to analyze about the book, right? So I would like to start with my thoughts of this book. So the first one, I want to talk about the character of this story. So there are two character. The first one is the main character, Sanger Rainsford. So uh, he is a famous hunter. At first, he thinks hunting is just a game and that animals don't feel fear. But when he becomes the prey, he realizes what it's like to be hunted. And I think he is able to survive and outsmart Zaro. And in the end, he wins the game and probably kills Zaro. And I like this kind of character because he learns and changes. At first, he doesn't care about hunting, but later he understands fear and survival. And the second character, there is General Zarov. So Zarov is a rich and skilled hunter, but he gets bored of hunting animals. So he starts hunting people. He is polite actually and lives in a fancy house, but he is actually cruel and enjoys killing. He believes strong people can do whatever they want, which makes him evil. So I don't like Zarov because he is cold-hearted and doesn't care about human life. And the second, I would like to tell about the story's setting. So the story takes place on Ship Trap Island, a dangerous island in the ocean. So the island has sharp rocks, thick jungle, and a deadly swamp. Zarf's house is a big and fancy, but it feels scary because it's where he hunts people. And I think I don't like the setting because it's dangerous and also creepy. But for the story, the setting is great because it makes the story exciting and full of suspense. Um, and the story teach something, of course. So the story shows bravery, intelligence, and survival, which are good. But it also shows cruelty and killing, which are bad, I think, for me personally. So I think overall the story is exciting, but also makes us think about right and wrong. I think that's all from my opinion. And how about you, uh, Nyayu?
Yeah, thank you so much for the opportunity. I would like to share my opinion about the most dangerous game. Um, am I audible, by the way?
Yes, you are, Nyanyo.
Okay, so the most dangerous game. I think it is a reasonable story in terms of its internal logic and structure. While the premise of a man hunting other men for sport is extreme, it is presented in a way that follows a logical sequence of events and maintains believability within its own fictional world. As for the style, the story leans toward figurative language rather than purely communicative language. The author uses rich description, suspenseful imagery, and literary devices such as foreshadowing, metaphor, and personification to create an intense and immersive atmosphere. For example, phrases like, the night was like moist black velvet, and the sea licked greedy lips in the shadows are figurative rather than direct, adding depth and mood to the narrative. However, the dialogue and action sequences are more communicative, focusing on clear exchanges between characters and fast-paced movements. This blend of figurative and communicative elements helps build suspense while keeping the story engaging and easy to follow. I also think that the most important event in the story is when Rainsford discovers that General Zerov hunts human for sport. I think this is a really important moment because it changes the story from just about surviving to being a really scary psychological thriller. It's a heart-wrenching moment that makes us, both Rainsford and the reader, face the truly scary reality of Zerov's twisted way of hunting. This event is like a turning point in the story, you know. Um, Up until then, Raceford is just a guest in Zerov's home, not knowing how truly dangerous things are. But then, when he realizes that he's about to be hunted, the suspense and stakes go up big time. So it's like he goes from being a confident hunter to being hunted, and that's when I think the real drama starts. I think that's my opinion. What about you, Sri Wulandari? I would like to hear your opinion too.
All right, thank you, Pipa. So, in my opinion and my view, the most dangerous game is a story that talks about survival, morality, and the transformation from the hunter to hunted. We can see that at the beginning of the story, Rainsford believes that hunting is just a sport and that animals do not feel fear. We can conclude it from the sentence in page 7 and line 30. The work is made up two classes, the hunter and the hunted. Luckily, you and I are the hunter. However, when General Zalop forces him to become the prey, Rainsford experienced what it means to be hunted. He realized that survival is not just about strength but also intelligence and determination. This is really clear when he tells himself in the page 26, line 590. I must keep my nerve, I must keep my nerve. He said through tight teeth. By the end of the story, we can know if Ransford's perspective changes and he understands the fear of being prey. So from the hunter to be hunted. The next one I would like to tell you one important and interesting word according me after reading the story. I find the word from the story is survival. Why I choose this word? This word because this is one of kind word but really powerful that word can cover transport struggle and transformation in the beginning. So that from he is very confident as a hunter, but later when he is being chased by Zeros, he must rely on his instinct and intelligence to stay alive. From the sentence, we can see the cat was coming again to play with the mouse, following the trail with the fairness of a bloodhound can General Zero. So I think this line shows how Rainspot is no longer the hunter, but the hunted, and he must fight for his survival. And why I like this word? Because this word already highlights how people can change when faced with danger and how survival requires both strength and cleverness. I think that's all from me. And how about Pipa? I'm sorry, is that Pipa or Binda? Oh,
It's
sorry.
actually, I'm sure that I have finished her opinion. Okay, thank you so much, Ulan. Actually, that was a really good opinion. And maybe I'm gonna give comments on different aspect. I'm gonna comment on the bad action done by the character. I actually completely disagree, especially with General Zarov's decision to hunt humans for sport, because it's just so wrong on so many levels. I mean, hunting animals is one thing, but hunting people, like, that's just horrifying. Zarov treats humans like they're nothing more than animals, and that's so dehumanizing. He even tries to justify it by saying he only hunts the scum of the earth, like sailors or criminal, but that's no excuse. No one deserves to be hunted like that, no matter how they are. It's just cruel, immoral, and just plain evil. What makes I even worse? What makes it even worse is that Zarov is calm and sophisticated about it. He doesn't see anything wrong with what he's doing, which shows how twisted his mindset is. He thinks he's superior to everyone else, and that gives him the right to do whatever he wants. But honestly, his action just prove how power and privilege can corrupt people. So yeah, I totally disagree with what he's doing. It's just plain wrong. Maybe I want to hear Sazia opinion on this story. Maybe you have another aspect to have comment on. Your time, Zia, please.
Okay, thank you, Dinda. Here, I would like to tell you about the other aspect. Uh, why did the character do the action? Then you curious, why did the character do the action? I think Rainsport took his action to survive. After falling off the edge and landing on Sea Trap Island, he is forced into a deadly game or state by General Zero, who hunts humans for sport. Rainsport initially tries to escape but realizes that Zarok is an expert tracker and hunter. To survive, Rainsport must use his own hunting skill and intelligence to outwit Zarok. His actions are driven by the instinct to survive and the moral conviction that he can't allow himself to be hunted like an animal. In the end, Rainsport's actions are not just about survival, but also about standing up against the immoral and barbaric practice of Zarok. Well, Zarok hunts humans because he's bored and arrogant. He's been hunting animals his whole life, and after a while, it just doesn't excite him anymore. He's traveled the world, hunt every kind of animal, and now he's looking for a bigger challenge. So he decides to hunt humans because he thinks they are the most dangerous and intelligent prey. It's like a game to him, and he gets a thrill out of it. But it's not just about boredom. Zarab also has this tweet belief that he is superior to other people. He thinks the strong have the right to dominate the weak, and he is himself as one of the strong. That's why he doesn't feel any good about what he's doing. He thinks it's natural. He even says things like, life is for the strong, to be lived by the strong, which shows how little he values other people's life. Basically, Zarov hunts humans because he's bored, arrogant, and completely lacking in empathy. He is so obsessed with his own skill and decides that he doesn't care about the harm he's causing. And it's really showing when you think about it. And what about you, Tika? I want to hear you tell about the other aspect, maybe.
Okay, thank you so much, everyone. I think we don't have any aspect to give comment on. And that was really interesting to hear all of your opinion, your afterthought after reading this story, The Most Dangerous Game. Okay, thank you so much for participating in this discussion. I'm sure we'll meet again in this discussion because I think we will have another discussion about another story. Okay, thank you so much. Goodbye. Good afternoon.
Goodbye.
Hi.
Have a nice
Thank
day.
Thank you, everyone. Have a nice
you.
day.